You have been described differently by different people. Man of integrity, man of honor, incorruptible. Some simply say you are phenomenal in Nigeria's political landscape. How will you describe yourself personally? Who is Muhammadu Buhari?
Well, I like to start by praising teachers of my generation. I spent 9 years in boarding school, 3 years in primary boarding, and 6 secondary school. Now I think they do 5 years or 4. I don't know. The teachers then, they were treating children and students like their own children. If you do well as a student, they praise you in the classroom and in the assembly hall, which is held daily, 6 times a week. If you misbehave, you will be flogged in front of your class or in the whole assembly hall. So the best out of you is brought physically and academically. You have to be well to survive. You have to do well, be doing well to survive. I was a class monitor. I was a junior prefect. I was a senior prefect. I was a head boy. I earned all those. And I know what I went through. But without good teachers, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
So who is Muhammadu Buhari?
I think I went through hell throughout my career in the military. I was a lieutenant in Lagos during the first coup, 15th January 1966. And if you bother about Nigerian history, you read coup, counter coup, civil war, coup, counter coup. I was all in it, including in detention for 3¼ years. So I'm fully qualified as a sufferer in Nigeria.
Mr. President, welcome. I wonder if you would tell us how you intend to approach it with particular reference to the amnesty, bunkering, and inclusive development. Thank you.
Inclusive government. Inclusive government.
Summit. We've got the Nigerians, we've actually got some leaders of some fantastically corrupt countries coming to Britain. Nigeria and Afghanistan, possibly the 2 most corrupt countries.
But this particular president is actually not corrupt. No, he's trying very hard.
They are coming at their own expense.
You are here for an anti-corruption summit and try to tackle this big scourge. Of course, it's been overshadowed by what the Prime Minister said to the Queen about your country in Afghanistan, calling you fantastically corrupt. What is your reaction to that?
Well, I think he's been honest about it.
Mr. President, would you like to see an apology from the Prime Minister?
No, not at all.
Why not? Are you embarrassed by what he said?
He wants his money back.
Are you embarrassed by what he said?
No, I'm not.
Is Nigeria fantastically corrupt?
Yes.
Are we likely to use a different approach in the fight against insecurity, especially kidnapping, which is a big issue now, sir?
No, I have just seen the IG. I think he is still losing weight. So I think he's working very hard.
Are we likely to use a different approach in the fight against insecurity, especially kidnapping, which is a big issue now, sir?
No, I have just seen the IG. I think he is still losing weight. So I think he's working very hard.
President Buhari Buhari, there's great interest in your thoughts on many issues, on investments in the Northeast, on the Continental Free Trade Agreement. Feel free to take your pick, but would you like to take the microphone and leave us with a final thought from you?
More than 60% of the population is below the age of 30. A lot of them haven't been to school, and they are claiming, that Nigeria has been an oil-producing country, therefore they should sit and do nothing and get housing, healthcare, education free. But let me tell you that recently my Minister of Education or for Information was constrained to answer a question when people accuse the administration of doing nothing. He said, let Nigerians be reminded what position we were before May 2015, what condition we are now, and what we have achieved between then and now.
You've been accused of being the leader of the North, but somebody who doesn't extend that appeal to the other parts of the country. And in fact, you've been accused of not really respecting the diversity of Nigeria. What do you say to that?
Yeah, I think the merger we have been able to consolidate of all progressive confidence. I think
Sir, I'm talking about security. Our soldiers went to the war front, in particular in Northeast, and many of them are injured. Specifically, many of them suffered disability. In March 21st, 2015, Mr. President, you promised in Lafi and Nasarawa State that you are going to support and work with the National Assembly to sign the disability bill if they send it to you. On the 18th of December 2018, the National Assembly transmitted the disability bill to your office. Sir, my question, how do you protect these Nigerian soldiers that have suffered disability by signing a law that will protect them from discrimination and harmful practices? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In railway, and then I don't know whether the person.
Disability bill that was transmitted to you by the National Assembly and which you haven't signed. Do you want to respond to that? It was asked by a gentleman.
Yeah. Injured and rehabilitation.
No, the disability bill.
Disability bill.
It's been sent to the President.
I think we sent to the National Assembly.
They returned it to you.
I'm not aware of that.
So as to address the challenges facing the sector. Thank you, Mr.
Livestock.
Huh?
Livestock.
National livestock.
I will talk. He doesn't know.
These are all directed at Mr. President.
To me.
So corruption, yes, let me. He can talk for himself.
He doesn't know.
I think he was going to give me another opportunity to do another 4 years. Why?
Well, I doesn't know.